Canada's tourism sector has struggled to recover since the pandemic. Now, Canadians are travelling more abroad, but the number of net travellers visiting this country has not increased. What will it take to drive up tourism in Canada again? Let's bring in Claire Fan, economist at RBC Economics. Claire, thanks very much for joining us.
Hi, Andy. It's glad to be here.
You have looked at the recovery in tourism since 2019. And of course, we've seen revenge travel, people anxious to fly again, to visit other countries. But Canada not getting as many inbound tourists as we used to?
Yeah, that's certainly the trends that we are seeing. So broadly, we try to look at travel demand sort of through different lenses, and one of them is to look among Canadian households, more just Canadian residents more broadly, and what we're seeing there are very positive trends, like you would expect travel demand sort of for closer sort of distance trips, that includes domestic as well as to the United States, rebounded pretty fast during 2022 and 2023. And by the end of 2023, what we saw was overseas travel. So that's what Statistics Canada actually categorizes as, those trips outside of Canada and US. So that started to bounce back more significantly as well. But unfortunately, again, like you said, we're just not seeing that being reciprocated among foreign demand for Canadian tourism activities.
Why is that? Is it because this country is expensive to visit with inflation? I mean, I know other countries have had inflation as well.
Yeah, absolutely. I think that's one of the factors that we sort of outlined in the report, which is, if you sort of see the price increases over the last 3 years, just in Canada, tourism GDP actually grew by almost 20% within sort of the span of 3 years. So that's quite a hefty increase in terms of prices. But yeah, like you said, it's not a challenge that's currently unique to Canada. And moving forward, some of the factors, especially in terms of macro backdrop, should be supportive still of a rebound. But part of the story outside of inflation also is, we are very specifically seeing sort of a lag in spending out of East Asia. So that includes China, Japan, and South Korea, who actually accounted for a pretty big chunk of foreign demand during the years pre-COVID. So that could be due to a variety of reasons. Obviously, sort of the geopolitical concerns impacting air travel is probably one of the bigger reasons among why demand is still lagging over there, and potentially, it's hard to give sort of a credible forecast as to when that's going to be resolved. But outside of that, again, there are a lot of good reasons for optimism to look for in the year ahead when it comes to demand for Canadian travel. Like you said, well, inflation, like I mentioned, is coming down, as we all know. So sort of the 20% increase in travel CPI, most of them was concentrated in 2022. So prices increased by 12% in that 1 year. And then in the year following, which was 2023, it only grew by a smaller 4%. And fast forward to this year, 2024, what we're seeing currently in CPI data is prices for airfares, car rentals. They're actually reporting year-over-year declines, meaning prices are outright falling. Yeah. So the broader environment, obviously, with inflation coming lower, and outside of that, Bank of Canada rate cuts, hopefully helping out households in terms of, just making their mortgages a bit more affordable. All these things are more encouraging and supportive of discretionary spending, including travel in the future.
It's interesting you mentioned East Asia. Now, I know we've had tensions with China. The CFO of Huawei was detained at our behest for the Americans. Beijing didn't like that. 2 Canadians were imprisoned by the Beijing regime. But we haven't had tensions with Japan or South Korea, I don't think.
Yeah, absolutely. I think, that's broadly part of the story, too. And we had some tension with India as well. But over there, we're actually seeing it leading sort of the rebound in foreign demand for Canadian travel. So not sure exactly how much of, it could still be tied to just broader concerns. I know in Canada, it's sort of felt like a long time ago when restrictions were lifted, but parts of the world, people could be more cautious for, just lingering COVID-related health conditions and concerns and such. So that could be a factor as well, just people being more cautious with longer distance travel still. So yeah, it's a bunch of different factors. But still, one other thing that I like to highlight is, and this is true during the years pre-pandemic as well, is that for Canadian travel, what matters as most is Canadians, right? So Canadian tourism predominantly is sort of accounting for domestic demand coming from Canadian households. And over there, I highlighted a bunch of factors: lower inflation, rate cuts. So it should all be helpful. But another thing that I'm mentioning right now, which is also structurally, we've added a lot of people. So since 2019, Canadian population growth has grown by 10%, 9% to be more precise. But that's a big increase, right? So that should help, just to boost demand coming directly from Canada as newcomers into Canada seek to, once they settle down a bit more into their home provinces, they can seek to explore a bit more within Canada or across provinces as well.